So you're shopping around and self-diagnosing? Here's a couple of tips that will help you with your debt-to-income ratio that most lenders just don't know.
You were talking about money, right?
Separate yourself widely from the pack moving forward. Is that something that you would be willing to have a discussion about?
Because they didn't get it.
They
were
probably
like,
didn't get it. Yeah.
To follow up with your clients to generate more leads.
Hey guys, it's Mark Jones, your millennial mortgage expert, and this is Millennial Market Talk, where we talk about mortgage, real estate, and everything in between. I'd like to show you guys a few tips for those of you out there that are self-diagnosing and trying to figure out what you can potentially qualify for, or what you're thinking that the mortgage lender is going to do when you apply for a loan. I want to give you 3 debts that lenders don't have to count against you when they're calculating your DTI. So first off, what is DTI? DTI stands for debt to income ratio, and it's a calculation that us lenders do on our side in order to come up with a ratio that allows you, the consumer, to qualify for a certain program in a particular price range. In order to calculate that, we simply take the total amount of monthly debt that you, the consumer, have and divide that by the total amount of income that you have monthly. Now, the caveat to this is we don't calculate your income until you provide us with certain documents and explanation on how your income works. A lot of times folks will apply and think that they make more than what they actually do, or sometimes in other cases, less, and we can give them credit for more. That is the icing on the cake to this. Contact your lender, and if you're looking for a lender, you can visit us at LaCanteraloans.com, and an expert is willing and able to help you, provide you all your options. So I'm going to go over 3 debts that us as lenders do not have to count against your debt to income ratio. The first one's going to be debt that you may have co-signed on. If you have co-signed for a loan, let's say for a son, daughter, family member, anyone in particular, but if you co-sign with them and they are actually making the payment, there's plenty of times that you may have a relative that goes to purchase a vehicle and they don't have enough credit history. So you lend a helping hand and co-sign for that. So there are 2 things that allow this debt to not be counted against you, and there are no exceptions to this rule, but here they are. If you have 12-month history of that person making the payment, and you will have to provide bank statements or proof of payment for 12 months. The second is going to be you must be co-signed on this loan with them. We need proof showing that you are the actual co-signer on the loan. In some cases, I've had it to where a customer applies and they will say, well, this debt right here is actually paid by my cousin who I co-signed with, and then come to find out they didn't actually co-sign for them. They actually purchased the vehicle. So you have to be as a co-signer on the actual loan. You can't just have somebody else be making the payments for the last 12 months. So the second one is going to be installment debt that is less than 10 months and also less than 5% of your total monthly income. So in this scenario, let's say you have an auto loan that's $300 a month and a total income of, let's say, $10,000 a month. If you take 5% of 10,000, it will be more than your actual monthly vehicle expense, and therefore, with less than 10 months left, we don't have to count that debt against you guys. That's something that should be Mortgage 101, but I'm finding as more and more of you guys apply with us and get your options that you're not given the right information. Unfortunately, things are being overlooked, and you have a lot of mortgage lenders out there that are new, and I have nothing wrong with new loan officers in the business, but they do need to make sure that they have good mentors and support team around them in order to help them through situations like this. So the third debt that we don't have to count as lenders is going to be medical collections and charge-offs. There are certain programs that make you count a certain percentage of that actual debt that is in collection against the mortgage ratios. But in this case, when you're dealing with medical collections and or charge-offs, we do not have to count those. The reason behind that is medical collections, guys, they keep that separate. They don't weigh as heavily on your credit, although they do hurt if you don't pay them. And the second is charge-offs. The idea behind that is there is a lender that you were loaned money from at one point in time, but that lender has since written off that debt. So essentially, we can't count something that has already been written off and taken as a loss for a company unless they were actively trying to go after this debt, which is why it's considered a charge-off. So those are the 3 debts that we as lenders do not have to count against you, and I hope that helps just a little bit. If you are looking to get your options and moving or currently in the state of Texas, visit us at lockandterraloans.com. And one of our experts is ready, willing, and able to help you and provide you all your options. All right, guys, I hope that was something that you guys can utilize to get you to the next phase in the mortgage process, or at least get you over the hump of being scared to take that first step. Guys, it's always about options. It's not a pre-qualify now or pre-qualify not. It's how do I get to my goal of becoming a homeowner? We'd love to help you, but until then, this is Mark Jones, your millennial mortgage expert, and you guys make today count.
You were talking about money margin.
Separate yourself widely from the pack moving forward. That's something that you would be willing to have a discussion about.
Because they didn't get it. They were
probably
like, hey,
didn't
right.
get it. Yeah.
To follow up with your clients to generate